Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to this video series on Introduction to Firewalls. Personal Firewall BlackICE. Internet Security Systems ISS BlackICE PC Protection is a personal firewall with strong intrusion detection capabilities. The firewall watches all network traffic arriving at your computer and compares the network traffic with a built-in database of hundreds of well-known intrusion patterns. If a scan of your ports or any other intrusion is detected, BlackICE informs you of attempts to hack your computer. You can then either tell BlackICE to ignore the intrusion or block all network traffic coming from the IP address staging the attack. BlackICE really enjoys working in the trenches. It can even automatically block the IP address by itself and present you with information it has collected about the intruder, such as his computer name and perhaps even his NetBIOS username. BlackICE calls this feature intruder backtrace. BlackICE is not a free personal firewall. You have to pay a license in order to use it. However, ISS also offers a free 30-day fully functional evaluation edition. Go to www.blackice.iss.net for more information. Note that ISS has bought the company NetworkICE, which created BlackICE. At the time, the product was called BlackICE Defender Workstation. It has now renamed to BlackICE PC Protection. The documentation of BlackICE is very good. One really outstanding aspect is the vast amount of security-related information and articles you can find at their website. The user interface even contains an event info button that brings you immediately to the ISS website. Very nice. Back to NetworkICE's time, this button was cutely called device. BlackICE features. BlackICE is a totally different slant on the idea of a personal firewall than the one put forward by ZoneAlarm. BlackICE concentrates heavily on the intrusion detection side, but also facilitates for blocking outgoing network traffic, which is ZoneAlarm's strong point. To work with BlackICE, you have to understand that it uses 4 predefined protection levels and consists of 3 basic layers of traffic filtering, an intrusion detection system IDS layer, a firewall layer for incoming traffic, and an application layer for outgoing traffic. Protection levels. BlackICE uses 4 predefined protection levels as shown in figure 59. The definition of the protection levels is as follows. Paranoid. This is the default security setting and is very restrictive. BlackICE blocks all inbound traffic, not in response to packets you send. Nervous. BlackICE blocks most inbound traffic that is not in response to packets that you send out. Some interactive content such as streaming is allowed. Cautious. All unsolicited inbound traffic that accesses the operating system or network services is blocked. Trusting. Not restrictive at all. BlackICE warns you about intrusion attempts but will allow any inbound network traffic. Trusting. Not restrictive at all. BlackICE warns you about intrusion attempts but will allow any inbound network traffic. The difference among the 4 protection layers, the difference among the 4 protection levels lies in which TCP and UDP ports are blocked. Table 5.2 shows the port settings per protection level. You can use BlackICE's advanced firewall settings to override these port settings per individual port. IDS layer and firewall layer. BlackICE filters incoming packets at two different layers, the IDS layer and the firewall layer. When an intrusion attempt is detected, the name of the matching attack signature and the IP address of the intruder are recorded. If the intrusion type that is detected is severe enough, BlackICE automatically blocks any network traffic from the intruder IP address. However, you can manually configure what should happen to the detected intrusion event as well. You can specify whether the detection intrusion should cause a change in filtering at the IDS layer or at the firewall layer. Possible filtering actions at the IDS layer are ignore this event. The specific attack, a TCP SYN flood attack, for example, won't be reported anymore by BlackICE. When faced with recurring harmless attacks such as automated port scans, it may be best just to tell BlackICE to ignore it. Ignore this event by the intruder IP. BlackICE won't report the specific attack anymore if it comes from this particular intruder's IP address. Some internet service providers carry out routing port scans that you may want to ignore. Trust intruder. BlackICE won't report all attacks coming from this particular intruder's IP address anymore. Possible filtering actions at the firewall layer are accept intruder. BlackICE explicitly allows any incoming network traffic from the IP address in this event. Block intruder. All incoming network traffic from this IP address is rejected. BlackICE strikes back. BlackICE constantly monitors the incoming network packets, when it finds a network pattern that matches one of its built-in intrusion signatures, it records the event as well as the intruder's IP address. All detected events are categorized with a severity level. Critical red icon, severity 710. Deliberate attacks on the computer. These attacks may damage data or crash the computer. Serious orange icon, severity 4.6. Deliberate attacks on the computer in order to access information. Suspicious yellow icon, severity 1.3. Network activity that may indicate that a hacker is attempting to locate security vulnerabilities. Information green icon, severity 0. Non-threatening network activity but worthy of note. When an intrusion event occurs, BlackICE can trigger several actions. Flash icon with critical red, serious orange and suspicious yellow event occurs. BlackICE notifies you by flashing the BlackICE shield icon in the Windows system tray. Backtrace. When BlackICE detects an intrusion attempt, it attempts to collect information about the intruder automatically, such as his IP address, DNS hostname, and, if possible, his NetBIOS username. You can specify the minimum security level needed to start the backtrace process. The default severity level to start the collecting is 3. Evidence file. When an intrusion attempt is created, BlackICE saves incoming network packets in so-called evidence files. These files are actually network capture files and can be inspected by programs like Windows 2000 Network Monitor tool. You can use these files to see what happened or even send them to your ISP for further action. Auto block. Detected events categorized as critical red, serious orange may trigger protective measures from BlackICE. The intruder's IP address will automatically be blocked. Application protection layer. BlackICE has two methods for controlling what specific applications on your computer are allowed to do. The the application protection layer handles this. The two methods are application control. When an application is started, BlackICE checks whether the application is allowed to launch. New or unknown applications are not allowed to start. Strictly speaking, this function is unrelated to being a firewall. Communication control. If the application is allowed to start, then BlackICE checks whether the application is allowed to communicate out to the internet. New or unknown applications are not allowed to create a connection to the internet. When BlackICE is installed, a list of all applications on your computer is created. All these initial applications are allowed to start and are allowed to communicate out to the internet. However, when a new application is installed or suddenly appears, in the case of a virus or Trojan horse application, BlackICE will detect that the application is not on the initial list and prevent the start of the application or the connection to the internet. Figure 1511 shows a dialog box that appears when an unknown application is started. Figure 1512 shows a dialog box when the unknown application is indeed allowed to start and attempts to create a connection to the internet. You can change the application control or communication control setting for each application, initial or new, by using the Advanced Application Protection Settings choice on the Tools menu in the BlackICE Utility. BlackICE User Interface. The configuration of BlackICE is done in the BlackICE Utility. It consists of 3 tabs that report information about the intrusions that BlackICE has detected. The BlackICE Utility is also used to access 3 additional configuration dialog boxes: the BlackICE Settings dialog box, the Advanced Firewall Settings dialog box, and the Advanced Application Protection Settings dialog box. When BlackICE starts up, a shield icon shows up in the Windows system tray. Simply click on the shield icon to open the BlackICE Utility. BlackICE Utility. The BlackICE Utility is the program that you use to configure BlackICE's options and to handle detected intrusions. The main screen consists of 3 tabs that summarize the intrusion information. The 2 activity lights in the top right corner indicate the currently detected intrusion. Green lights indicate normal network traffic. Yellow, orange, and red are used to indicate the severity level if an intrusion is underway. Events tab. The Events tab shown in figure 1513 shows a list of all intrusion attempts that BlackICE has detected. You can sort the event list on any of the columns by clicking the column header. By default, only the severity icon, time, event, header, and count columns are displayed. However, if you right-click on any of the column headers and select columns, you can add optional columns that give additional information about the intrusion events. The destination port column and the response level column may be especially interesting to add. Right-clicking on an attack line allows you to specify whether you want to ignore the attack, block the intruder's address, or trust the intruder's address. A click on the Event Info button connects you to the ISS website for the latest information about the attack, including possible remedies. Intruders tab. The Intruders tab shown in figure 1514 lists all intruders that have initiated attacks against your computer. You can right-click an intruder to block the intruder's address or to trust the intruder's address. History tab. The History tab shown in figure 1515 shows a timeline of the intrusion activity and general network activity over the last 90 minutes, 90 hours, or 90 days. The most recent data is on the right side of the two graphs. BlackICE Settings dialog box. To customize BlackICE, you have to use BlackICE Settings dialog box. In the BlackICE Utility, click the Tools menu and select Edit BlackICE Settings to display the Settings dialog box. You can use the Firewall tab to change BlackICE's protection level. The default protection level is Paranoid. The option Auto Blocking is enabled by default. The options allow Internet File Sharing TCP port 139 and allow Net Bias Neighborhood UDP ports 137 and 138 are not enabled by default. The default settings on these three options are the most secure settings. If you have a home network and want to use the file and printer sharing component on the computer that is running BlackICE, you should enable the Allow Internet File Sharing and Allow Net Bias Neighborhood options. You should also add the IP address of all computers on the home network to the Addresses to Trust list on the Detection tab. You can use the Notifications tab shown in figure 1516 to limit for which severity level of detected intrusion BlackICE shield icon in the system tree flashes. The default is to trigger a visual indication for critical intrusions, red, serious intrusions, orange, and suspicious events, yellow. Advanced Firewall Settings dialog box. The Advanced Settings dialog box is used to manage, accept, and block entries for the firewall filter function. To access this dialog box, go to the BlackICE Utility, click the Tools menu and select Advanced Firewall Settings. Advanced Application Protection Settings dialog box. BlackICE Installation. The installation of BlackICE starts with running the 5.9 meg executable file named BIPCP setup.exe. Note that the instructions in this section are for BlackICE PC protection 3.6 CBD. To install BlackICE, follow these steps. 1. Determine whether your computer meets the minimum system requirements described in table 15.3, as you can see here. 2. If you have purchased a license from BlackICE, you can use your license key to download a copy of BlackICE from www.blackice.iss.net. The file that you download is an executable file named BIPCP setup.exe. A 30-day fully functional evaluation version is named BIPCP eval setup.exe. 3. From the folder where you downloaded the file, run BIPCP setup.exe. Setup unpacks the file and starts the installation wizard. 4. On the welcome page, click Next to continue the installation. 5. On the license agreement page, read the license agreement and then click the I accept button. 6. On the license key page, type their license key and click Next. 7. On the choose destination location page, accept the default destination folder and click Next. 8. On the select program folder page, accept the default start menu program folder named ISS and click Next. 9. On the BlackICE PC protection configuration page, accept the default AP on option and then click Next. AP on means the application protection is enabled. This does require an initial scan of all your executable files at the end of the installation. 10. On the start copying Files page. Review the installation parameters and click Next. The installation program will now install the software in the destination folder. 11. On the Wizard Complete page, select whether you want to view the README file now and then click Finish to complete the installation process. If you enabled application protection, BlackICE will scan all executable files. This may take a few minutes. The BlackICE Shield icon now appears in the Windows system tray in the lower right corner of the screen. When you want to start the BlackICE Utility, just click the BlackICE icon in the system tray. So the following sections provide you with a step-by-step configuration instruction for typical tasks that you do when working with BlackICE. To start the BlackICE Utility, click Start All Programs ISS, BlackICE PC Protection, or click the BlackICE Shield icon in the Windows system tray to set the protection level 1. In the BlackICE Utility, click the Tools menu and select Edit BlackICE Settings 2. In the BlackICE Settings dialog box, select the Firewall tab. 3. On the Firewall tab, select either Paranoid, Nervous, Cautious, or Trusting as your protection level. 4. Click OK to close the BlackICE Settings dialog box. To block an intruder's address in the BlackICE Utility, select the Intruders tab. 2. In the Intruders list, right-click on the intruder you want to block and select Block Intruder. In the submenu, select for an hour, a day, a month, or forever. 3. In the Please Confirm dialog box, click Yes to confirm this change. 2. Unblock an intruder's address in the BlackICE Utility, click the Tools menu, select Advanced Firewall Settings 2. In the Advanced Firewall Settings dialog box, right-click on the intruder and select Unblock Only. 3. In the Please Confirm dialog box, click Yes to confirm this change. To open a port to play Quake 2, in the appendix, find out which TCP or UDP port is needed to play Quake. Answer UDP port 27910 in the BlackICE Utility. Click the Tools menu and select Advanced Firewall Settings 3. In the Advanced Firewall Settings dialog box, click the Add button to add a new firewall entry. 4. In the Add Firewall Entry dialog box, fill in the information as shown in figure 1517. 5. Click Add to close the Add Firewall Entry dialog box. 6. Click OK to close the Advanced Firewall Settings dialog box. If a particular application or game requires several open ports on your computer, you have to create separate port rules for each of those ports. To trust and accept computers from your home network. If you have a home network, you probably want to add all the IP addresses of the computers on your home network to the trust list. Don't scan for intrusions from those computers, and the accept list allow network traffic allowed. To be honest, you're not going to hack your own self, are you? 1. In the BlackICE Utility, click the Tools menu and select Edit BlackICE Settings 2. In the BlackICE Settings dialog box, select the Detection tab. 3. On the Intrusion Detection tab, click the Add button to add an Exclude from Reporting entry. 4. In the Exclude from Reporting dialog box, fill in the appropriate information as shown in figure 1518. 5. Click the Add button to close the Exclude from Reporting dialog box. 6. Click OK to close the BlackICE Settings dialog box. If you have more than one computer on your home network, you will have to create Exclude from Reporting entries for the IP addresses for each of those computers. So I'm going to leave here this evening for this video. If you like listening, please consider like, sharing and subscribing. Thank you.